Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are having a great day. The trading session opening on Monday for natural gas was not the best feeling for the long holders, but this news might make you a little bit happier. China's smaller LNG firms are buying again after the price drop. Keep in mind they have not purchased anything, or the second tier firms have not purchased any natural gas since the summer of 2021. On the other hand, global energy emission hit a new record in 2022. Before we get into all of this, if you guys are here for the first time, you do want to stay up to date with everything to do with natural gas, scroll down, tap the red subscribe button. While you're there, slap a like on the video so the YouTube algorithm pushes the video out to more people and more people can be up to date with the natural gas info. Now, the reason this is a very important post is, first of all, it was actually posted on Bloomberg, and you guys know it is one of the largest information platform when it comes to finance, and seeing that they're talking about natural gas right now, this is a big deal. Beijing gas producers a spot shipment for April delivery. Purchases the first one for a second tier firm since summer of 2021. Now keep in mind this delivery will be making its way to Beijing in April, so there is still 1 month until the delivery. And you need to understand that this delivery will make a new statement because 2022 did not receive any sort of natural gas and Beijing did not order anything. And considering that this is a second tier firm, the first tier firms are obviously going to be playing a huge role in this as well. One of China's smaller liquefied natural gas importers produced a shipment from the spot market and a return by the nation's price-sensitive buyers after the energy crisis held prices for about a year and a half. And another thing which is very exciting is a reduction in natural gas-related emission was more than offset by the higher emission from oil and coal. The global CO2 emission from the energy sector inched up by 1% in 2022 to reach a new record high of 36 billion metric tons. The international, or the IEA, reported on the 3rd of March as part of a result of soaring gas prices that led more countries to burn coal. Now, this is not really good because you guys need to understand that natural gas, it is not as bad for the environment compared to coal. On the other hand, emissions were also higher because higher cooling and heating demand due to extreme weather conditions, nuclear power plants being offline, and in the industrial activity, particularly in China and Europe. Now, this is a little scary because you guys need to understand that the usage of natural gas in the future could actually go even higher, suggesting that we might be able to see a price increase because the demand will increase. China's overall energy emissions were down 0.2%, while EU fell by 2.5%. US emissions were up 0.8%, while the Asian emerging markets and the developing economies, excluding China, saw the greatest growth in emissions by 4.2%, which is quite huge, and considering that it will be getting worse due to the fact that 2023 might be becoming a little bit colder. Now, if you guys have been paying attention to the chart, you guys can see that since the opening of a very sharp placement, the market has started to show more stronger moves. As you can see, we were on the support for quite a long time, but after that we did see another downfall. Right now there is not much support to stop it from falling a little bit below. The next support level will be sitting close to 2.5, which is close to 100 decline from where we are sitting right now. Be a little cautious if you guys are going to be doing a very strong leverage trades. That's just my opinion. At this point, I also want to mention, I saw some comments where some of you guys were like, I'm favoring the long. Just keep in mind, I'm not on anyone's side. I'm just giving you guys the most biased or unbiased actually information as much as I possibly can. But sometimes I might sound a little biased, I'm not gonna lie to you. And right now, as you guys can see, the chart is in a very important state because to be able to flip this around, we need to see at least 100-point increase to go back into an uptrend, and the chances of that happening right now is quite slim. Another thing which is really interesting is Guyana sees natural gas as the next frontier after oil. Now, this is a very big statement by a South American country, home to the world's largest oil discoveries in a decade. Next wants to develop its most untapped natural gas reserves, the vice president says on Sunday. The reason this is a big deal is because they have been in a big part when it comes to oils in the past decade, and seeing that natural gas is going to be one of the largest thing in the next coming future, this could be a big deal. The nation of 800,000 people aims to diversify its oil sector and secure a new source of revenue before the energy transmission reduces demand for fossil fuels, has emerged as the oil powerhouse following the discovery of more than 11 billion barrels of oil and gas led by ExxonMobil. Now at this point, obviously they want to shift their focus onto natural gas. This is going to increase the demand, and also this is going to be increasing the supply significantly. Could this have a negative impact? Maybe, just be a little cautious. Now, Aussie East Coast LNG exports down by 3% in February. The three East Coast projects as Australia Pacific and LNG and also Queensland have not been able to provide as much as they were expected to. Exports to China were about 800,000, down from 980,000. The data showed that the East Coast project exported 407,000 LNG to South Korea, down from 484. So this just shows that we can see that the demand is still the same, but the exports was much lower. Again, this could have a positive impact, but right now, seeing that the weather is the problem that is causing natural gas price to drop, we might be able to see a stronger drop today. Just be a little cautious. That's what I keep mentioning, because I know we could be seeing a huge difference on Thursday when more news comes out. Just be a little cautious, and at the same time, if you want to stay up to date with everything to do with natural gas, just subscribe to the channel and you will not be disappointed. Another thing is the UAE expects more listing after the blockbuster natural gas IPO. Abu Dhabi could see up to 8 more listings this year after what became the largest public offering in the world since the start of the year when it listed its natural gas business unit. Now, they raised about 2.5 billion from the listing last week, with the offering of 50 times oversubscribed investors placing orders for 124 billion. This is really crazy because this just shows how much there is still demand for natural gas in the world. And another thing is BP expands natural gas certificate to 100% of its US onshore upstream operation. Now, BP, if you guys do not know, it's one of the largest providers of petroleum, and seeing that they are switching certificate 100% to the US, it's quite crazy. And at the same time, this is only for natural gas. So overall, the news is still favoring the people who are shorting natural gas right now, but the odds can turn quite significantly in a very short period of time, depending on how the weather is going to play out. Other than that, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, drop a like on it, subscribe if you're new, and I also want to mention thank you for the recent support. I really appreciate it. Have a great day ahead, and I'll see you guys very soon. I'm out. Peace.